Hello everyone, this is the Theissman and welcome to my channel. And tonight we are going to review tonight's WWE Raw in your face. That was the theme of tonight. I wonder if we're going to have themes for this, for the next couple Raws. But Raws in your face show tonight. Tonight was all right, night. You know me. I always talk about how the finish is key for me. And look, I got a little bit of the crumbs from the. I have my snacks. I have my drinks. I got everything ready. Got the big screen on. And as I always say, the finish is key. And you know what? That was a classic Raw finish. That was pretty good. I liked the finish. Well, let's get into this, okay? Because first things first, we had Drew McIntyre, the WWE champion, coming out here and he's saying, you know what? I don't care if my face is broken. I don't care if you ripped my arm off and beated me with it. I'm the champ and I'm going to compete until I'm not the champ. You're not taking this from me. That's when Pierce comes out and says, well, Randy Orton might even... He challenged Randy Orton to an ambulance match for Night of Champions. Sorry. Class of Champions. Back off, Jimmy. We got little Jimmy here. Always trying to get in our way. Anyway, so Class of Champions. The good thing is, they don't think Randy Orton's medically clear from a medical facility. Hospital. So, I have an idea. We're going to have you and Keith Lee, which was already stated, are going to have a match. But if Keith Lee wins, and Randy Orton can't compete at Champions, Keith Lee is your opponent. Alright, fine, cool. So, this was all about Keith Lee and Drew McIntyre going at it all night. That was backstage vignettes. They had two different interviews for Keith Lee and Drew McIntyre, where they both Keith Lee went the high road, Drew was going the low road, and then Keith interrupted and be like, come on, man. And then they got into a brawl. Match-wise, there were pretty good matches there. The one thing that really concerned me was the Asuka versus Mickie James match, where abruptly the match, because that had, I'm dead serious, that match was turning into a classic. Both Asuka and Mickie James was going at it, back and forth, and then abruptly it stopped. The referee called it off and gave Asuka the win. Right there and then. He's like, and he announced that Mickie James was no longer able to compete. I was like, okay, but I was looking forward to the finish of the match. I understand, hey, this is wrestling, and if there was something really wrong and they needed to stop the match, it's fine. But I would have liked a little bit of an explanation. Maybe someone coming back, going in the back, have a little bit of interview with Mickie James. Why don't you just grab a stretcher and haul her off to a medical facility? You do that for everybody else. But if there was something serious, I understand why the match was stopped. But that was a great match until it abruptly stopped. I hope she's okay. Hope everything's fine. And then that lady comes out and challenges Asuka for a title match or whatever she was attempting to do. I didn't care. I was more worried about Mickie James than I was some random girl coming out and challenging Asuka for the women's title. I'm supposed to be invested in this lady. Apparently she managed two dudes who are fighting backstage anyway. Oh, the Street Profits and the Team Cesaro and Shusuke Nakamura went at it, and the Street Profits party. No, they're the Street Profits. Can't get them confused. Anyway, won the match. The champions versus champions. Braun Strowman made an appearance on Underground Raw. He was dominated the whole night. They've got another one coming up next week where he's probably going to be in there. We have a good match between Dominic and Seth Rollins. Of course, Seth Rollins was going to win that match. Seth is the veteran. You know he was going to get the win over there. It seems like Seth and Murphy are almost, their ties should be cut by now. If Murphy's crazy enough to go back to talking to Seth now after he hit him in the head, slammed his face into the steel cage. I understand there's a little friction there, but you know what, Murphy, just give up and join the right side. It's good to see that Dom had a good match, and he's showing me promise. I'm looking forward to more matches with Dom. What I'm looking forward to is Dominic having matches with somebody else besides Seth Rollins and Murphy. Can that happen? Aleister Black and Kevin Owens had a match where Kevin Owens won after the lights. Retribution was showing their strut there again. The Hurt Business says, we're going to take care of that. I'm like, okay, whatever, fine. Of course, there's a little thing between the Hurt Business and Alex, whatever his name. Well, the Hurt Business and I can't. That's going nowhere. Anyway, so Alexander, who joined the Hurt Business, and his old friends, couldn't figure out why, or they were there to just fight it out. Because if I'll be honest with you, there was that match where that 1-2-3 pin last week ended abruptly, and there was a 1-2-3 and his shoulder got up. Anyway, so that ended there. Bobby Lashley kicked the crap out of the Viking guy. I mentioned the Kevin Owens. There's a bunch of backstage vignettes. Let's get to our main event, which was Drew McIntyre, Keith Lee, winner. If Keith Lee wins, he is the number one contender if Randy Orton's unable to compete. Good news. This match started out awesome. Both Keith Lee and Drew McIntyre were going at it perfectly. This was a match that was going to be another classic. Here's the thing. It was going to be a classic. And just as, the superplex, the slamming each other around, this was perfect. Perfect frame by frame by frame. This match was going well. I was enjoying it. I was into it. I'm like, yes, here we go. This is a match. This is what I want to see. And then the lights come out, go off, and then Retribution surrounds the whole entire ring. And everyone runs for it that's on the announce team. What happened, Hurt Business? I thought you said you were going to handle this. I was scratching my head because MVP was on the announce team. So they go in, Retribution attacks Drew McIntyre and Keith Lee, and they got him down. I'm like, no, stop. Why? This was such a good match. Why? Why did you do this? And then here comes the Hurt Business. Oh, we're going to stop these guys. There's like 50 ski mask men versus the Hurt Business, and they go at each other, and they're fighting, and then out of nowhere, Keith Lee, Drew McIntyre jump over the top rope dive onto all of them, the Hurt Business and Retribution, and then they look at each other. There's that little animosity because it's supposed to be showing how competitive they both are. They both wanted to compete. They both wanted to win. They both want to be the WWE champion. And I can't blame them because that's the prize of the prize, except for the Universal Champion over there on SmackDown. Let's all get there. So, that was good. I liked that finish. It's about time someone gave Retribution what they deserve. I'll jump over the top rope. I'll tell you what, that was good. Good finish. It was good, and I'm looking forward to next Raw. See what's going on. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Subscribe, hit the like button, and as always, keep it real.